your favorite rapper name on the Insta. Too late, he already did it. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah, the mother ride or die for my, strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
My have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if it had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. Like in the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, extra large. I don't care, I crash a ghost. Got 2 cribs and 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks' money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Tropicana gold yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, but had cornrows. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some talk. Attitude on some. Bank roll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try.
Big bank, tight, low bank.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Cousins on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Let's go. Strike your own line.
Play action now. Cousins. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down throw for Cousins. And complete. Right side to tight end Rudolph. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Howard on second down. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, and even 40 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On first down, they run with Howard. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends, because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Throwing here, Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They give it to him running left. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
We got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Gun.
Cousins now on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. They go play action here on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Cousins, and he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Set up! 180! Gotta go, gotta go!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Set up. 180.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run it now out of the gun. A little juke. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, Cousins. To the right side, complete to Taylor. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Onto the field now come the Bears. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go, let's go.
Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give to Howard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go, we're on the ball after this.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. A give to Howard running left. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
180! 18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second down, Trubisky looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Trubisky now to throw on third down. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
180! Blue. Gotta go. Hang on, we got, you see it? Hang on, we got, you see it?
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10.
180!
On first down, Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Trubisky now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
He'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Cousins to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Cousins. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding, or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Carlson now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One last shot for Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Minnesota, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.